All right. So let's talk about some Overwatch. We now have revealed, or we now have the reveal of the next hero, Sierra. So her weapon is her Helix rifle. Automatic assault weapon, shoots in a spiral pattern, gaining accuracy with sustained fire. So it sounds the exact opposite of like Sojourn's gun, for example, or some of the other characters that have like a rapid fire gun, to where like the more you shoot, I can't remember which character it is, but I know there's one character specifically that like Sombra's gun especially is like the more you shoot, the wider the spread. Hers sounds the exact opposite. It sounds like the more you hold the fire, the more you hold the trigger, the tighter the accuracy gets. So that's cool. That's going to be interesting, especially with the way that basic guns work in the game. Abilities. The tracking shot, which obviously this is something that we've seen in both trailers, marks an enemy, and Helix rifle shots automatically track marked enemies. Now that is going to be quite something to see how they work with that, because obviously tracking gunshots and like tracking everything and stuff like that is going to be in a way difficult, because obviously tracking shots, auto aim abilities are something different. And yes, I know people are like, oh, but Soldier 76 already has a tracking ability. He's already got aim assist. Yes. However, Soldier 76's aim assist, or his auto aim ability, is his ultimate, and it does not last for that long. You hear the ult line, you hide around a corner and out of his sight, and wait till it's over, and then you can jump back out and kill him, probably, potentially, depending on who you're playing and how good you are. But Sierra's is the bullet tracks into them. You gotta hit the shot, obviously, and then start shooting at them, and then the bullets start to track to them. So that's going to be something that's interesting. It's going to definitely be interesting to see how they use that and how they utilize that properly. I seen somebody say on Twitter, X, whatever, the only way that they're going to be able to make this ability viable and not basically pure rage bait is if the shots when tracking do little damage, or there's like damage fall off over time as they fly through the air. Now, I could see that, but this is also Blizzard we're talking about, so I could also see like the shots just staying steady and like keeping the damage. I mean, there's gonna be damage fall off anyway, like regardless, but I feel like the bullets that are tracking a target are going to have the same fall off. Launch an anchor drone and reactivate to launch towards it. Again, that's not that big of a deal. It's a movement ability, so it is definitely interesting, because I wonder if you're gonna be able to shoot the drone out of the sky I wonder if you're gonna be able to shoot the drone out of the sky whenever it's up and whenever it's activated and stuff. Give it a little bit of health. Don't make it too crazy, obviously. So it's kind of like a skyhook, like a Widowmaker grappling hook, but anchored in the sky. So the tremor charge. Throw a charge that creates a shockwave on impact. It's just a shockwave grenade, basically. It looks like it combines Emre's grenade with like a dumbed down version of Venture's ultimate, Venture's tremors. That's basically what the grenade looks like to me. I don't know how much damage it's gonna do, but it looked like it did a fairly decent amount of damage, which would kind of make sense with it being like a grenade kind of style thing, but you know. Obviously her passive, she's several recon, so she's gonna be able to see enemies through the wall. Her ultimate, the Trailblazer, deploy a drone that flies forward and drops explosives. So it's like it's like a carpet bomb, basically. She just launches a drone into the air and it just flies through the air and then just drops bombs as it flies through. So that's cool. I wonder if you're gonna be you should definitely be able to activate it in the air, right? That's definitely something that's gonna be interesting to see how they work with that as well. I'm definitely 100% gonna be playing Sierra regardless, because I hate fighting against Pharah, so Sierra is gonna be a big one to mess around with. Her minor perks: full flight, increase anchor drone flight and grapple ranges by 25%. I definitely feel like that might okay, I'll go over the second minor perk. Second one, tight grip, Helix rifles, bullet spread. It says sped, but it's supposed to be spread. Tightens 100% faster and widens 30% slower. So both of them are pretty good on paper. Like, just looking at them, both of them sound pretty good. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they work. Like, what one is going to become more popular, because there's always a perk that becomes more popular than the other one. Full flight is definitely nice. Increases anchor drone flight and grapple range by 25%. That'd be able to help you get to higher places easier and stuff like that. The tight grip, Helix rifles, bullet spread tightens 100% faster and widens 30% slower. By that logic, it sounds like the bullet spread starts out wide and then shrinks down and then widens back out. I don't know. That's what that makes that sound like. But I personally may end up using full flight more, because it would help you get to places faster and easier. Her major perks: the meta drone, anchor drones hold a small health pack that can heal Sierra. Now I'm wondering if she'll be able to use those anchor drones to heal others, like if others jump into those health packs or whatever. I wonder if she'll be able to heal teammates, or if it's just for Sierra. I don't know. And then locked in, firing tracking shots increases your attack speed by 20% for 2 seconds. Again, both major perks are bangers. They're both really good. Health packs, like off cooldown, basically higher attack speed percent for 2 seconds. And I know 2 seconds doesn't sound like a lot to some people, especially to people that don't play Overwatch or just play games in general. But if you're not playing games, then I don't know how you're even here. But locked in, firing tracking shots increases your attack speed by 20% for 2 seconds. Does that mean that you have to hit somebody with it? That's one big question. Because if you don't gotta hit anybody with it, then cool, you just fire a freaking tracking bullet, maybe randomly, and potentially hit something, or just fire a tracking shot randomly and then just start shooting. And then if you hit something, the bullets just start tracking to it. So, and that's another thing with the tracking bullet. I'm wondering if you're going to be able to shoot the tracking bullet at somebody else, shoot at them for a little bit, and then if somebody gets up in your grill, if you can turn to face that person and start shooting at them, or if the bullets are just going to keep whizzing around to track the person and that's been hit by the tracking bullet. That's something that I'm curious about too, is if like what's going to take priority, you know, but or if it's going to be like LOS kind of thing or what. That's a major thing that makes me think of, like, oh, well, is the tracking bullet's going to be able to curve around corners well, or like what's the deal with that? Do you have to have line of sight, or if I get somebody down low enough in HP to where the recon passive kicks in and I can see them through the wall, then will the bullet still track them because of that? Will the recon ability and the tracking bullet work hand in hand? Because if so, that's insane. But either way, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how she plays, and I'm here for it. I'm ready for it. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. But yeah, I'm excited to see how Sierra goes. There's supposedly a skin for her already. I mean, there's probably going to be at least like 1 or 2 skins for her coming up anyway. And Sierra's a really good move in terms for Overwatch, because a new female black character with the potential to sell skins, like Kiriko and Mercy potential to sell skins. So she could potentially be eating really good, which I feel like that's probably going to end up being the vision anyway, is Sierra's going to just eat real good, and especially with skins. So, but we'll see what happens on the 14th. So either way, let me know what you guys think of Sierra down in the comment section. Let me know if you're going to be playing and testing her out, or if you hate her. Don't know. If you hate her, that's kind of racist. But if just let me know your thoughts on how you potentially think that thing's going to work, things that you've already contemplated or thought about, things like that, how far the drone's going to fly, how far of a range the grappling hook is on that drone, because that's another thing that I was thinking about that I didn't touch on. Things like that. When does the grenade explode? Does it have to touch the ground first? When, like, is there a timer? Can it explode midair? Don't know. We'll find out all of that on the 14th. So either way, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, hit all of the buttons, bell, subscribe, like button. Going over to Rumble, do the same thing over there. Like it, subscribe, follow, whatever it is. And don't forget to go on over to w.gg, pick yourself up some W, any flavor, doesn't matter. And use code CosmicKJ at checkout for 10% off. With all that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.